I see. Okay.
No, I was gonna say
Say, oh, I see. Oh, I might take some fucking Advil for my back now. Holy. Are you ready, Czar? A couple more days. Content.
What new content?
Or Honkai.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something like
It's
Monster
important.
Hunter.
Monster Hunter's not important.
it is not important. Although that trailer was crazy.
It was. It was. You're not wrong.
I am back.
Welcome
Okay.
back.
Yes.
We're live.
What do they mean by that, chat? What could
It
they
means
be
there's a chat-
insinuating?
It means there's a chat for you to ask that question too.
You can always ask chat that, even if there is none.
Exactly, because that's part of my schizophrenia. Well, yeah, we all knew that. That's why so many of you are friends with me.
Kind of things that we said
He's
to each
not
other.
wrong. And thank you,
Nice
Prophet.
background. Big old castle.
Oh,
Is that Riot? Is that Riot Lucaria in the background?
no, but it can be if you want to.
Because I see Grace near her thighs.
Ah, I see. Do you have PTSD staring at that castle?
No, actually, it really wasn't that bad this time around.
But it could have been.
See, I told you it
Could
was
have
not bad.
But I was using an int class system, and Rockling is OP.
You mean rock sling?
Yeah. Did I say
Okay.
fling?
I don't know what you said. You said rockling?
I heard Rock Lee, and I'm just like, yeah, that motherfucker would drink some Henny and fuck someone up.
So anyways, chat. We're back.
Goblin dagger eyes.
That's right. All right, Bob. Take it away. Inform chat where we're at and what we're doing today, since you wouldn't tell me.
Well, actually, I posed the question at the end of last session, where y'all went to the Feathergale Spire, right?
Uh-huh.
Hoping to find a nice place to relax, and they were like, "Thank God you're here. There's a dragon right there," and you're like, "God damn it, here we go."
Mm-hmm.
And then so you got attacked by swarms of drakes and wyverns.
And bees.
Were there bees?
No.
There were not bees.
Okay. And then you took care of them, and then the big dragon appeared, and you took care of him.
Yep.
And then a wyvern tried to pick up Rax and managed to was flying away. And Lechon was like, "Not today, buddo, pew pew," and that one died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I fell.
And then y'all had a big old party, and we invited all of the Underdark. We're in the Feywild, and I'm pretty sure y'all got hammered, except for Sylvaris, who canonically cannot be affected by alcohol.
So, one, there's no way we invited the entire Underdark. Two, there's no way we're in the Feywilds, because I would have immediately raised concern about going to such a place.
I
And
was like, I'm not inviting my mom.
Yeah.
Yo, do you have ice cream?
No?
Hey, yo.
Bob, throw a boulder at him. He didn't bring enough for the rest of the group.
I actually
there's no
have enough.
way-
I have 3 more cartons. You want some?
I have a McFlurry.
Oh,
I had ice cream yesterday.
I'm lactose intolerant, so
I
yes.
would still eat it. It'd be worth it. I just wouldn't leave my house.
So, congratulations, y'all killed Vartilianax the Hollow. He
So
was
we're level
the-
Hell
20
yeah, we
now,
did.
right?
No, that's
Oh.
not how that works.
Oh, okay. I mean, you were telling me before that everybody was level 20, so.
Everyone is now level 1.
I'm pretty sure the only one who I even half jokingly said was level 20 was Sylvaris, because he went out into the middle of nowhere and started attacking.
Can I be level 20 since I don't attack very often?
And cleansed himself.
No. Especially not you.
Can
I want to make the
I
party
be level
immortal.
20?
Oh, does it actually make the party immortal?
No.
I mean, it'd be nice. So, anyways.
Oh no,
Oh.
they died.
Okay, that's weird.
God
I
damn
like
it, Zephyr.
My internet like disconnected.
Do me a favor.
Discord thing.
Turn off the Discord thing for right now, then.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, God. I'm sorry
like
for
I'm
that,
missing
chat.
And y'all yell at me, making me be the problem child.
There can be 2. It's okay.
Yeah. Takes 2 to tango.
I was about to say, historically, though, I'm never the one that causes issues on stream.
That's true. You're historically not, somehow.
Because he knows how to control himself.
He does. Kind of.
Maybe. Anyways,
Yeah.
so y'all have killed.
Hello, Angora.
Y'all have, out of what you know of the Dragon Cult, y'all have killed Sigrith Kenai.
Okay.
And Vartilianax the Hollow.
Okay. What
y'all
part of
have
him was
met.
hollow?
Huh?
What part of him
That was
was
just
hollow?
his title. I don't know which part of him was hollow.
So you came up with a title for him, but it was totally random and you didn't think about it at all.
His title was hollow.
His brain was hollow. Because otherwise he knew not to mess with us.
Mm-hmm.
So the other 3 dragons that you know of are Chronumdrum, Argos, and
Cilantro?
Yeah, Cilantro.
That's what I heard too.
The Argos?
Yes.
The ship that Jason
Argos.
rides?
Well, we don't know if it's the same ship.
Okay. So this could be a dragon that's like named after the ship.
Or
I'm getting right in the Argosy.
Yeah, sure.
It also means we have a chance of seeing Atalanta.
He's not wrong.
So y'all will have partied well into the night.
Okay.
And then woken up in the morning after getting the benefits of a long rest.
Okay.
And as we were discussing earlier,
Okay.
what are y'all gonna do next?
Okay. Listen. Logic for me says go to Waterdeep, but the question was, does LeChan wish to find her father?
I mean, yes, but at the same time, there are more pressing issues at hand.
Like?
Granted, I mean, we got Archduke Franz Ferdinand missing in action, or whatever the fuck his name was.
Was it Cilantro?
Yeah, Archbishop Franz Ferdinand. Let's see. We don't have the mask.
That's true.
That's what the point of the mask is. Then there's the whole Mage Tower arc, right, Bob?
Yep. The last you remember, so the Mage Tower is the one who hired you to. Oh god, I accidentally closed the game. The Mage's Tower is the one that hired you to try to find and deal with Jad Taxter, who you also ran into.
Mm-hmm. And she
they
was
were
hot.
with, like, just because of the model I'm using, everyone that I create is going to be hot, unfortunately. It doesn't
You
make
say
old people.
unfortunately. I say
That's
fortunately.
fine.
It's
Yes.
like, oh no, they're hot.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably should have done that.
Looking at the note that you had provided in chat a couple minutes back there, we do have a lead about great worms. So
Yes.
that could be something to look into.
I'm pretty sure that one was given to you by. Oh, I can't remember if it was Jindy or someone else who gave you that hint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mostly put that one in there because it was something that I gave you in the past for information,
And we never.
I took that space up for new information, and I didn't want it to go away. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright, so missing bishop that Rax suspiciously doesn't give a fuck about. Seems kind of sus being a cleric of Bahamut, not caring about your archbishop being
I
gone.
do agree.
He can defend himself. It's fine. It's higher level than I am. What am I going to do about it?
Help him.
Some pack animal you are.
I mean, do we even know anything about it besides he got kidnapped? Like, somebody being kidnapped doesn't really lead you anywhere.
So if I recall correctly, the information you actually had on that one was he was kidnapped and someone who was at the temple gave chase, and he was one of the people who defended the temple at the time. Something about getting big, punching the crap out of the cultists and chasing after them.
Ah,
Interesting.
We're looking for the world's tallest midget.
Was that Zephyr's character before he left?
No, it wasn't Zephyr's.
Oh, the Rune Knight
Okay.
version?
Yeah, the one that got big and punched things? Yeah.
Because technically Zephyr's character is still Zephyr's character. Right?
well.
He got his hands on one of them fancy job stones.
Yeah.
God, it was warm with destiny.
It was a philosopher's stone. I just didn't
And
tell anybody.
piss.
I hate you for that, Steve.
I mean, if we want to try to follow up on that, we can try to find where the Archbishop was kidnapped to.
So, yeah, going back to Waterdeep is a reasonable move for y'all.
Okay.
And you can get back in basically the better part of a day.
Mm-hmm.
Since you know that the presence of the dragon cult that you were able to uncover, by spreading rumors, by trying to find out what they were doing and everything, has more or less been resolved.
Yeah. So, back to Waterdeep then.
Okay. While y'all are traveling, it's a pretty easy way. You do, if I recall correctly, you did ask the Feathergales to scout out that location more.
Yes.
Try to get more information about that. So they'll be doing that in the meantime. You'll make it to Waterdeep. I have taken the liberty to mark some locations that y'all have been to in the past on the map.
A lot of bars.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Checks out.
So Zenosuke is marking y'all's home base. You know,
Okay.
seems reasonable. Healy.
Oh, I thought
by
it was
the time
further south than that.
Pretty sure that's where it was because that's where my marker was for y'all.
I was about to say, considering I popped every spell slot I had available for us to do initial D drifting throughout the city to make it back home.
Yeah, and it didn't even get you all the way there.
No, it
Okay.
didn't.
So Zenosuke is marking your home point.
It's going good, kids. How are you?
the Temple of Waterdeep and Axon's home and his business are outside of the city. Here for that because I forgot about it. The Mage's Tower is in the south down there. The temple is also near Axon's. Basically, it's in this like little village on the outskirts, and that's where the village is, the temple, etc.
Now, when you say the outskirts, which way are we looking? South, north, east,
north.
west?
It would be like you could stop
by
there on the way
field
to
ward?
Waterdeep.
Okay.
So, like I said, I think Healy had mentioned that they were going to be setting up a workshop in the basement of the townhouse.
Yep. Building our Dragonator.
Yep, working on a Dragonator. The Waterdeep Mage's Tower is to the south, where the little staff is. There's Axon's Merchant Company, which is out to the northeast. That's where the axe is. The Nars Merchant Company with the manager is on the north, like western side where the bow is. Then the dagger is where the warehouse was, and the sword is where the actual museum is. And then bars are probably everywhere.
Understandable. Two things, Bob.
Yes.
And this one's more of a sideline question more than anything, but did we ever get a explanation of the City of the Dead?
I don't think y'all ever asked, and I haven't looked into it personally. This
Wait,
is just
for which?
Waterdeep's map.
On the big map?
On the big map here, to the right of Castle Ward.
Oh, I assume that's just the graveyard area, but
there's
maybe not.
Clearly houses. Unless those are supposed to be like crypts.
So, according to the Forgotten Realms wiki, it was a large cemetery and a ward in Waterdeep. Most of the city's dead are buried here. By day, it's also a major public park and picnic.
Oh.
Huh.
I mean,
so we have a picnic arc.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then 2 was Cad.
Yes.
The family name of Nars, is that a reference to your past life as a part narwhal?
Are you horny, Cad?
He's not supposed to remember that, Bob.
I didn't think I remembered that.
I have gleamed beyond the veil, Cad. I know what you are.
That he does. I didn't get him drunk enough, yeah. No, I mean, it's just my family name.
That's all I had.
Okay.
Like I said, something completely irrelevant, but it was something that I wanted to ask before I forgot. Ice cream cup ASMR.
Sorry.
What flavor was it?
Just vanilla. It was Haagen-Dazs.
Basic.
You're damn right, and it's delicious.
I love me a good cherry fudge.
Cherry Garcia, you know what I'm saying?
A s'mores McFlurry? That does sound good.
Dairy Queen's got a good s'mores one. Anyways, back to the game.
Alright, so you're able to make it back to Waterdeep pretty easily. For old time's sake, Cad, do you want to roll a animal handling check with advantage to see how the ride goes?
It's like he's tempting fate, Chad.
I think it would be hilarious if you go 3 for 3.
That's why I think it's not going to happen, because this only happens at like the critical moment.
See, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, whoops, that one's not the right icon. There we go. All right, so where are we going in Waterdeep?
Oh, so on the way, if your primary destination is your safe house, right?
Yeah.
Stopping by either the temple or Axon's home is on the way in. But other than that, it's pretty open on how you're going to be doing.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we probably stop back home first.
I'm going, like, my goal for this session, right, is to get y'all information on how, and to present the next round of hooks, obviously.
So you're saying
it's going to be player driven on.
You're a filthy hooker.
Yes.
I knew
but
it.
On the bright side, I've already done my laundry today.
Bob! On the bright side, I don't have to do laundry today.
Well, to be fair, my last load is in the dryer, but that's just the normal clothes. Who cares about those?
And what does the Lachan on the map represent?
Smug energy.
Okay.
Originally, it was over the house around here. I think we were using it as the identifier for the party.
Okay.
Yeah. Not that they can see that, but there. Yeah.
Took so much effort to scroll up.
It does, just because, like, I have to zoom in so that everybody can see it. The unfortunate nature of stream.
Yeah.
So do y'all do anything while you are on the ride back in? Do y'all stop for lunch? There is that nice little diner that y'all have stopped at before. Or you could have just stopped with taking like sandwiches or stuff from the Feather Gales.
Is the red and blue bitch in town?
Which one's the red and blue bitch?
The one that lost the fight at the very start of the campaign, too.
No, I think that was in Desserin, wasn't it?
Yeah, those were already in Desserin.
Were they?
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
This is where our base is, right?
Yeah.
Rax wants dino nuggies and to check on Consuela.
You know, that's fair. We should probably check in on Consuela.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's head home.
Okay.
And get dino nuggies.
So by the time you get in, it is around dinner time.
Mm-hmm.
You go right past the little hamlet with Axon's house, which is on the main road, and then you can hear the bell ringing from the temple. The guards will stop y'all on the at the north gate there.
Yeah.
Just to
see what's going on with us.
Well, are you anything to declare? What business do you have here in what?
War were declared.
Waterdeep.
I declare that I'm a certified pimp.
You notice that this feels a little bit more strict than in the past, and you're wondering if it has. And you kind of get the impression that it's just a direct result of the
dragon
attack.
Yeah.
The mass stabbing event.
I wonder who could have done that. People swear that they could hear laughing as it's happening, but no suspects were ever found.
What do you mean by that, Thalra? I'm clearly a sorceress. I use magic. Duh.
Sure. What's that pirate hat?
A neat hat that I found. Somebody's clearly jealous.
Okay, so
God damn it, sorry.
He's not wrong.
All right, but no, they go ahead and give me a persuasion check or however else you want to interact with them. Like they're asking you, it's like, who are you? Can we get your documentation? Do you have any goods to declare?
Got a dragon head somewhere.
Do you actually say that?
You know what? Yes, I do, because that's how you get a good story going. You say yes.
He's like, he looks at you and is like, you really know you shouldn't joke around with stuff like that.
I produce the head.
Which one?
Both.
And yeah,
So
just tell them, hey, we're like, which one do you want to see, and then pull out both of them.
Like, which one you want? I got a green one in here. I got a black one in here.
I'm looking for a blue one, actually.
I was about to say a blue one would really complete the trio here.
He just kind of is flabbergasted for a moment. It's just like, Chief. As a few more guards come out and they see the two dragon heads. Keep in mind, both of these are huge creatures, right? So the head itself is probably around 5 foot large. Like, y'all,
it's a small sedan.
All of y'all could any of you could have easily fit inside the dragon's mouth.
I help Lachon hold it.
They're like, look, its mouth even opens.
Hold it up like a puppet, like a muppet.
Oh, even better yet, we get a giant stick to prop it open, like an old-timey, like a mouse trap.
The guard captain is just immediately shocked. It's like, where did you say you got these?
That second one we did when we were helping the Feathergale Knights.
And the first one we got from Cholt.
Yep. Anyways,
you would know about the first one.
Base of operations and check on the temple and a couple other things.
We prevented the first one from attacking Waterdeep.
Second one slipped through, unfortunately.
I'll show my
Wait, this
emblem
is the
of
one
Bahamut.
that this is Vartillanax, the one that attacked Waterdeep?
You
One
betcha.
he like he looks at you, he's gonna just process him, let him go through. It's just you can see him shuffling off like with a
better yet, Thalra. We should put this on top of our wagon and parade it through town.
I was gonna say,
war trophy.
Are the guards not gonna be like, hey, somebody in the city needs to know about this?
No, that's what the guard captain is.
I'm surprised. I feel like he would be like, send a letter to the magistrate or something.
No, he doesn't need to send a letter. He has a magical. He's gonna send a message either via like winged rat or magical item. It is. They know you have returned. They're processing you because there's no reason to hold you up.
Sure.
But they know you're back and they know you killed a dragon.
Damn right we did. And we'll do it again.
As a matter of fact.
Fucking do it again.
I'll do it again.
We're going to the top and we're not going to stop.
But the guards are more or less like some of them are like trying to get y'all's autographs because you're like now going to be local heroes to them.
Yay.
Does one of them come up to us saying that they want to be a blitzball?
Blitzball defender?
No, an actual blitzball. There is a character in Final Fantasy X that says, "I'm going to be a blitzball when I grow up."
Buy a Zora, buy a Zora, buy a Zora.
I will gladly start filling out autographs as I slowly become Homelander.
The guard captain does come back and takes the paper that the first guard was writing on for y'all.
Yep.
And he looks at y'all. It's like, I feel like someone will be in touch with you while you're in town. Please enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
Will do. Do you mind if we parade this through town as a victory?
That I can't stop you, but I don't know how much you enjoy getting swarmed by people.
We love it. We're used to it. This time it'll be nice to not have pitchforks and sickles at us.
Okay.
I proceed to sit on top of the dragon's head on top of the wagon. Kind of like that scene from Die Hard with a Vengeance when they were riding through the sewer system on the truck full of gold.
Okay.
Okay.
So what next?
We parade through the town.
Just set the dragon head on top and just making my way downtown.
Yeah, I sit on top of the dragon head and do my best princess wave.
Perfect.
Dragon is rather smelly.
Oh, is it rotting?
Good.
No, it stayed in the.
I mean, we have a poison dragon and an acid dragon head. There's going to be some pungent aroma with them.
It's more like they just haven't showered. They never showered. So they're like Zephyr.
What?
They're stinky and smelly.
Swampy.
Would cleanse food and water remove the smell?
Technically, they could be a food source for Ronnie.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying.
She's been eating them the entire time.
Just look at the back, and she's just hanging off of the top of one of the necks,
gnawing on it.
Not even like holding on to it. She's just limp noodle, just hanging onto it, just taking bites out of it.
Exactly.
So you paraded through.
Hello, Aaron.
So you paraded through the city. Like, do you just go straight? Are you gonna go straight through to your house, or are you gonna go like the long way and go to multiple places?
You know what? Since we're parading, we may as well hit up the locations.
Sure.
Consuelo will understand.
I want as many dragon cultists to see this as possible, so...
Exactly. That's why I'm doing this.
Okay, so you understood that was a possibility. Good.
I was about to say, we understood that was a possibility, and that was our main intent. I want them on notice.
That's right, Bob. Steve thought.
And I chose violence with them.
You always choose violence, though.
Yeah, but now it's more or less I'm provoking the violence instead of just, solving the issue.
Instead of just doing it.
Yeah.
You know what, Steve? Go
Yes,
ahead
Bob?
and give me a intimidation check with advantage.
Intimidation with advantage. Okay.
Because that's what this is intimidating for, like, literally. So keep in mind, the dragon cult venerates dragons, right?
Oh,
you are parading one of their gods on your cart.
I mean, it's kind of intimidating, though.
Yeah.
I mean, considering I got a natty with that, so...
Yeah. They are sufficiently intimidating.
What
Okay.
a perfect time for a crit to happen.
See? You can't force it.
So you make it. You go through the rounds. Like you go down the main streets to go and show it off. It starts off with rumors. You see people murmuring. You have people come up to you and ask, it's like, what is that? What are you doing? It's just like we defeated the dragon. Look at it.
Yep.
This is the beast that attacked your home.
So the town goes from this quiet evening, and it gradually gets louder and louder and louder as people come out. The rumors are spreading like wildfire throughout the town that not only did was the dragon who attacked their city defeated, that or the people who slayed it are here to celebrate and to show it off.
Yep. Well, weren't there multiple dragons that attacked?
2.
Yeah. So we haven't gotten the other
one.
And the black one attacked.
Yeah, the blue one is still alive.
So we still got work to do.
We do, but we're letting them know that these things aren't all powerful, that they can be killed. They don't need to live in fear.
So as y'all are traveling, or as you're making your rounds, do you stop anywhere before eventually making it back to your
house?
Let's
go.
And do you keep the dragon head out the entire time?
Yes, but we keep an eye on it. I'm looking to make sure people don't pry things off of it and stuff. Or that nobody tries to, stab us.
I'd say we should, Zephyr, would you be okay with keeping an eye on it?
Sure.
Considering you have the speed to get to and fro.
I will hug it like it's my life's goal.
Every turn, you're just doing a full lap around the thing.
Yeah.
Analog, I was thinking that too. He's just imagining y'all using it like a Chinese dragon dance.
That was honestly the first thing that I pictured. I'm just like, man.
You know what? You're right. I pick it up and I do that.
Cast enlarge on Thalra.
Just don't try to graft it onto your hand.
What could go wrong?
Eventually, you get to the point where you really can't drive your cart through the city because there's so many people.
Yeah.
And it's becoming like a public disturbance.
Yep.
Okay.
So we run the
For this is Florida.
The Tron Fireball.
Oh no.
The guards will eventually come and kind of
disperse,
make way, disperse the crowd.
Help
ask
us.
That you put the dragon away.
No.
How far did we make it before this happened, Bob?
It got really bad once you got to the bar dish.
That's great.
So they do ask that you put it away. Yes. That. I have not fought that.
That.
But the
Put it back into the pocket dimension it came from.
the guards will tell you that the magistrate is aware of your contributions and will be sending an invitation
Money!
in the next few days to discuss things.
If he gives us a home, we're gonna have to negotiate to have it be made into like a Roman, like fucking mansion.
You'll eventually make your way back to your house. Kind of. Do you let the crowds know where you like? Do the crowds follow you, or do you eventually give them the slip?
I think
They can follow us to the bar.
So you go to the bar first. Understand?
I was about to say, I feel like at that point the people can get their fill and more rumors can spread.
Okay. So you enjoy
Unless anyone else has a better idea?
No.
Do you enjoy another invigorating day of drinking?
Hell yeah.
You hear people talking about it. I don't like. Are you in? It sounds like you're not trying to shy away from the fact that y'all did. That
Yeah.
y'all are the heroes. Okay.
No.
Yep.
So like there are people who are offering to buy you drinks. Bards are asking for your story. Trying to make their own songs off of it because it's exciting. It's their opportunity to make a name for themselves off of your name, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lazy fucks. I mean, what?
They're bards. What do you expect?
Lots of coin to your witchery.
Yes.
Start hitting JoJo poses for them.
And the night goes on. You will eventually find yourselves back at your house. You're not quite sure how you ended up, except Silvaris. Silvaris is like, you know what? Everyone except for Silvaris, go ahead and give me a Constitution save.
Oh, wow.
Silvaris is just immune to this shit, right?
Wow.
I feel like I should have like some type of advantage because of the green dragon influence on my body, poison and all that.
You're resistant to poison you would have the resistance to poison damage now.
Every time.
Rax, you're buzzed, you're in a good place, you're fine.
I am
Lachon,
white girl wasted.
No, Lachon, you're feeling really good, right?
Hell yeah.
Really good buzz going. You're like, once you get to the house, you don't really remember how you got here, but you're like, oh, we're home. That's great. I'm gonna go to sleep. And don't even make it into the front door before passing out. Thor, on the other hand, is white girl wasted.
Hell
Nobody
yeah.
claps my fucking cheeks while I'm passed out on the ground.
No, I would never.
Thor just crawls up next to me and just physically claps him.
Y'all have your own bedrooms.
You said I pass out before I even get into the house.
That's true. Oh wait, what is white? I would assume that Thor is also passed out.
I don't know.
I can carry them
Am
back.
I was about to say, Thalra should be like dying of alcohol poisoning at the moment.
No. No. No, none of that.
Pardon me.
You're pardoned.
Later, losers. I got pardoned.
So in the morning, y'all wake up in your own beds and you smell
Pungent.
Yeah, y'all don't smell great, but y'all smell the food. Y'all smell breakfast downstairs.
Dino nuggies?
It's Consuela's cooking.
Oh, I run to the shower or bath. I don't know if showers were invented in this time period, but I know a bucket of water is. Oh, I fucking
buckets
love
of
Old
water are
Spice.
used for many things.
Ed boy.
It's a bucket. No. I love that.
Roll to see if LeChon instead finds a shit bucket.
You know what? No.
But LeChon is white girl wasted.
You were
You're
the one
white
who was
girl
white girl
wasted.
wasted.
So
We're
you have to
both
roll for
white
the
girl
poop bucket.
wasted.
You were elf girl wasted. That's even worse.
That's right.
All right, so y'all have breakfast. Y'all shower up.
Question: does Thora get to the so white girl wasted that she becomes a ball buddy comic elf?
No.
No.
Okay.
Nobody's ever that drunk. Steve.
All right.
Yeah, nobody. Yeah.
So it is the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have had your breakfast, and y'all have showered. So what is y'all's plan?
We have a plan?
And y'all have successfully spread the news that not only did the dragon die, but y'all are the ones who killed it.
We have to go
It's
to the
nighttime, I'm
temple
gonna
and
rest.
pray. It's morning, my guy. We
morning?
already rested.
No, that's what I'm saying. I didn't hear the part where it was morning. So
Yeah.
yeah, since it's morning, I'll be going to the temple.
We go into the temple to pray because the city needs to see that's what heroes do. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
No.
And on the rebound.
We're
Hallelujah.
gonna
does
need a
Rax go
hero to
does
save us.
Does Rax go by himself?
I accompany Rex.
Y'all
I
go
let
to
the party
temple.
know that I'm going to be going to the temple in the morning. So if
I
there's
am going to the trading company.
And Lechon?
Before we leave, we make sure that we securely lock up and hide the dragon heads.
Well, dragon heads are
What?
in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
they're coming with us.
Who has that?
Yeah, who's holding that?
I thought LeChon had it.
I got me some dragon heads.
Did he not?
Well,
Yeah, I
I
don't
want to make
think
sure. I want to make sure that we specify who has it and who.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Holding on to
I've
it.
never had the bag of holding, so I don't know who has it normally.
I don't know either. I always thought Rax had it.
It
Oh,
sounds like
that's
Lechon
what
has
he
the
said.
bag of holding.
I was about to say, I will take ownership
I can
of the
carry it if
bag
you
of
want.
holding.
Okay.
Just so this
LeChon
way
has
it's
the most
something
volatile.
finite.
But I want the bag of holding.
Then take the bag of holding!
No, take it. It's fine.
Oh my god. You're such a
Look at your
drama
new
queen.
purse.
I only want it because LeChon wants it.
I only want it because nobody else wanted it.
So now neither
fair.
of us want it.
I mean, I could carry it around and don't bother me.
Yeah, it's fine. Just let him have it. Yeah.
I wear it like a purse.
So, do we
I can't give
leave
it to
then?
Sylvaris because they'll start using like a monk weapon and just like break it open at some point.
Dude, that would be hilarious.
Dude, I can take both
Like,
dragon heads,
load.
one in each fist. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that works
Yo.
like that.
Bob,
They
can it
can-
work like that? I want Zephyr to have dragon nunchucks.
No.
Go for
so that I can
chucks.
I could be the true dragon fist. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
I need gopher chucks.
Zephyr is not physically strong. But
Okay, but we
Damn.
can convert them into weapons, or at least some materials from them, so he can have a badass set of, poison acid nunchucks.
dragon fists. Literal. Ugh.
These are my gopher chucks.
Okay, so Sylvaris is coming with me.
Yes.
I'll go with Alra then, just so this way we have an even split.
Cool.
No,
I
Steve,
see
you
why
should
you
go
also
to a
look good.
third undisclosed location.
Oh, true. As
With the bag of holding, where nothing bad would happen to you.
right, yeah, is my little Nomi doctor here?
Oh yeah, you can find your doctor.
Nah, I'm going with Alra.
The DM curses under his breath.
You talking about making the dragon weapons reminded me of an item.
Oh boy. Do you have a picture of said item?
No, it's an actual item in the game.
Oh.
A wondrous item, very rare.
You can't make these, by the way.
No, you can't.
Just reminded me of it.
Oh.
Okay, so who wants to go first?
Let Rex and Zephyr go first.
Yeah. Make them go first.
All right.
That'll teach him.
So Rax, you and Sylvaris will eventually make your way to
Hell.
to the temple. I don't think I ever gave a name to the second in command person at the.
Mortimer von Mortimer.
Sure, his name is Morty. Brother Morty at the temple of.
Is there another brother named Rick?
Oh, geez, Rick.
No,
He set you up for this.
I know.
Just a 2-minute prayer, Morty.
Brother Morty will greet you upon your arrival to the temple.
Okay.
He is the aide to the, or he's it's not the aide to the Archbishop. That's someone else, but he's the acting head of the temple in the Archbishop's absence.
Okay.
Since the Archbishop was kidnapped during the attack, things really haven't changed. They haven't gotten any notice from anyone, any warning, any demands, which is what they have concerns about. But they haven't. But things haven't really gone out of hand without him being.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
I am more concerned about the fact that he was still kidnapped in the first place, which means that they were after him for something specific. So, do you have any information on the person who was chasing after him, or which way they headed, or anything like that?
So he does recall that the cultists who attacked Like there were several people who were hurt on both sides, right? The cultists that were attacked were predominantly, if y'all recall correctly, they all wore similar garbs, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
The tabards and the scales were what really kind of set them apart. And he does recall that most of them were green.
Okay.
Interesting.
Was Green the one that didn't have their own presence and were just helping the others, or is that a different one?
From what y'all remember, the speaker of the green cult has gone missing. And it was, y'all never got a time frame on when it got missing, but they had kind of, y'all understood, the way y'all understood it is that he went missing and left a lot of the people outside the know to just leaderless almost.
Okay.
So the attackers, from what he recalls, did go north. There were some adventurers who chased after them, but they haven't heard anything about them since.
I open up a map, and I ask him like which direction north from the map from Waterdeep are we talking here? Are we like direct north, northwest, northeast? Like
Northwest.
So the two main roads going north are the one that leads to Beetleton and then Neverwinter.
Yep.
And then the other one is the one that heads towards Desserin Valley, and then I can't remember what the final ending point is for the Forgotten Realms, but according to him, they went towards Beetleton into Neverwinter.
Okay. I jot some notes down onto a map and then like draw some stuff on there.
Draws a really detailed stick figure man flexing.
So
Just says me with an arrow on it.
can you repeat
You're not
that
wrong.
for me real quick, Bob?
Okay. Which parts?
The last part.
About the
Let me
direction of the map.
draw something. Right. So technically there's a it's a
Okay.
really crude drawing, right?
Okay. Okay.
It's Waterdeep.
It's a pear, and it's got a W on it for Wario,
Is that a kidney stone?
and it's sitting in
There's
a
the
chair.
blood from it.
Oh no, it's Mr. Potato Head.
He's thrown his arms up in joy because his favorite
Yes.
sports team scored.
Even though he only has one leg left.
It's okay. He's a Vietnam veteran. We love our servicemen here.
So you're saying that they took the northwest road.
Yes.
Okay.
What is the arrow pointing down and okay.
Okay, Chult.
Yeah, I chult all the time. I understand.
Yes. This is all
Took a fat Chult before a stream.
what do I put up with y'all?
Oh, it's one of those vibrating chairs for like his back. I get that. I totally
I fucking
understand.
love those.
Those are good.
Wait, and then what's Oh, sex toys. Okay.
That's for your ass, silly.
That's a kraken.
Okay, guys.
Doesn't make it any better.
God damn it.
Looks like
Okay.
me when I'm taking a shit.
So
The splashback is real.
it went that way.
Oh, okay, that's all you had to say, Jock. I just needed clarification.
Oh,
That bidet is not calibrated.
Ah.
Oops, funny.
Okay, so childish antics aside, what was the point of that map? They went to the northwest?
Yes.
There's never returned.
Yes, they went northwest.
With
Okay,
the bishop,
cool.
you're saying.
They took, to the best of this guy's knowledge, Morty's brother Morty.
Okay.
They took the Archbishop towards the northwest.
Okay.
Cool. And it was mostly green that assaulted the church at the time?
So blue attacked the Mage's Tower, black attacked the museum, green attacked the church. Or so black attacked the museum warehouse.
It's surprisingly well coordinated for having the different clans, since they kind of all hit at the same time.
You know, we should get the green head preserved, just so this way the temple can hang it above their door.
Oh, he's got a point.
That would go hard as fuck.
Okay. The other acolytes of Bahamut will recognize you, Rax, and will ask you how your pilgrimage is going. Ask you how the world is doing, and just kind of relay their concerns, their hopes to you. Tell you how everything's going here. It's quiet. It's a little bit empty because the Archbishop isn't there. Morty's doing a good job, but everyone feels like he's just putting on a strong front, and just they're wondering if cracks are going to start occurring. Brother, you will recall that the Archbishop is older. So it would only be a matter of time before he would be retiring anyway.
Yeah.
But
damn, imagine you get kidnapped and people go, he was going to retire anyway.
they're more concerned about the stress that this would put on him. So it's like Brother Morty had been already helping run the church, so it's like it's not a major jump in the operations. It's just
Bishop
like
Morty.
The figurehead is missing. Quick adventure, in and out, 10 minutes.
Let's go, Archbishop Morty.
Is Morty next in line? I'm the next
Yes.
Archbishop? Okay.
And he's Morty.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
Does he seem distraught on his face? Like any expressions? Does he seem very?
I mean,
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Get rid of that old booger fat.
Oh, nice.
Yes, he is very much worried, and he is genuinely worried about the Archbishop.
Okay. I just want to make sure that he's not trying to he's part of the cult, and then now he kind of runs the church.
He's part of the church.
I remember being suspicious of the church before.
Yeah.
Huh?
I remember being suspicious of the church before. I just don't remember why. So
No, the church is he is very clearly not a member of the cult. He's
Okay.
genuinely concerned about the archbishop. It is concerning that they managed to get in, kidnap him, and get out. But if they had someone on the inside, it wasn't Brother Mortimer.
Did anybody else go missing outside of the archbishop that usually attends the church?
No.
Okay.
The aide is still
Okay.
here taking care of some of the business, like the day-to-day business still, but but not really.
So Mori seems legitimate then.
Yes. To the best of y'all's knowledge, yes.
Okay.
Or not.
I will take him to the side then to talk to him.
Mhm.
To let him know what signs to look for on other clergymen if he thinks there's anybody that's been compromised, and how you look for their scales and things like that, because it's a physical sign. In case he wasn't aware of what it looks like for the Draconification.
He'll thank you for your insight,
demonstrates.
and we'll keep his eyes open.
He demonstrates
Well,
a
Lachon
picture of
with you, so I would
Lachon.
have showed him, but
I was about to say it's gonna be real fucking funny when they see me.
I mean, that's fine.
We have a demon in there.
He is a threat, just not at the moment.
What?
So while you're still at the church, I know you brought up the I can't remember which spell it was. There's the recall spell, which
Yeah, do they have a
designated
font here?
location. Yeah, so you can designate this place as that spell for recalling. I'm not going to say you have to cast it here to use your 6th level spell slot to designate this place, even though it's not prepared, right? This place can be designated as your recall point, and that font, right? Whatever, like the font worth at least 1,000 gold. Yeah, they would have something. You would be able to find something that would meet the requirements of that spell.
Oh, here? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're saying is I can actually set this place as my recall point even if I don't have the spell prepared?
Correct, because it's
So
just
if I prepare it later, we
needlessly
can teleport
cumbersome,
here?
right?
Yeah. So if I prepare it later, we can teleport here?
Yes.
Sweet. I will set it here then.
Wait, teleport?
Yeah, so
one of his
as long as I have a
6th
long
spells.
rest, I can recall all of us to this location.
Ah.
So we can travel far away and we'll come back here in 10 minutes because it's a 10-minute cast.
Interesting.
That means if we predict an attack on Waterdeep, we can fucking be back
Yes.
like that.
Yes, but I do have to rest to get that spell switched over to the recall because I don't prepare that spell.
Like if he prepares it, he doesn't have another 6th level spell.
Yeah, I only have one right now.
Well, I mean, technically you could prepare it and not cast it.
Well, sure, but then I'd be wasting a 6th level spot for doing nothing for however many days until. Yeah.
How many spells do you actually use?
But just the more point, if we get far away from town and it's going to take us like 6 days to get back, we can get back in 1 day.
Yeah. Or 10 minutes.
Well, I have to rest to get the spell.
Not true.
So that's what I meant by 1 day.
While that is going on, Thalra and Lachon are going to.
Well, can we? Where is the NARS trading facility with relation to the museum?
So the museum is more or less in the center of town where the sword is.
Yep.
Not the dagger.
Okay.
And the NARS Trading Company is where the bow is.
Okay.
The bow.
would be
Okay,
able
so
to
we're
get
much
to
closer
north.
to the bow.
Yeah, you'd be able to get to both of them pretty easily within the.
Okay, yeah, let's go to the NARS.
Okay. You make your way. There are still some people who you will notice that people are whispering while you're traveling. With your perception, y'all can tell it's like, is that them? Yeah, I think they're the ones who slayed the dragon. They're heroes. It's like, oh my god, they're so pretty. Look at that one's scales. I thought dark elves were scary.
Yeah.
Just hear someone yell, fucking scaly.
Steve. All right. So you will make it to the NARS Trading Company.
Yep.
It is you go in. They're getting things ready to go, and you hear the normal greeting of employees, right? Like, welcome to the NARS Trading Company where family and futures are combined for the best possible result. We'll be right with you.
Okay.
You went in through the front door, right? Like,
Yeah.
so like they have like their supplies, like the general store component of the trade. You're in the general store component of the trading company. The manager's office is up on the top, and then the shipping component of the business and warehouses is in the back.
Yeah.
A halfling will eventually come up to y'all and give the spiel again. It's like, how can I be of assistance to you today? My name is Handel.
Handle?
Handel, yeah. He's got a handle on things.
Oh, okay. So I can pick
I
him
thought
up
it was
and
because he was.
throw him.
Yeah.
Yeet. I explained to Handle that I'm just looking to both check in. Like I explained to Handle who I am, right? I'm looking to check in because I'm a little bit concerned with the events as to what's been happening, and I've been out of town.
The moment you introduce yourself as Lady Nars,
yep,
he goes full panic and it's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, my lady. Let me go get the manager for you right now." And he just bolts.
Yep.
Up to the manager's office.
Yep.
Damn, the fuck'd you do? Did you shake him?
Not yet. Soon.
Damn it, sorry. You put that one into other chats. Eventually the manager, I can't remember if it was an elf or I think it was an elf, who helped you the last time, comes back down and like, "Ah, yes, Lady Thaler, welcome back to Waterdeep. How can we be of service today?"
So then I explained to him again that I'm just trying to check in and make sure that the trading company is okay and that my family's okay and whether or not they've heard anything due to the recent attacks on Waterdeep and the resurgence of the dragon cult.
So he will relay to you that the company and the company's assets were mostly unharmed by the direct attack on Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly.
There were some fires that broke out in the town. There's some superficial damage, but no shipments were lost. Like, there's no lost assets as a result of the attack or the follow up to it. Like, they were seemingly not in the attack's crosshairs, right?
Good.
Most of your family, as far as he knows, that your family was not in town during the attack.
Mm-hmm.
And he has not heard any. He hasn't heard anything about things that he should be concerned about with regards to how your family is doing. Though he does let it slip that your mother is planning a trip to Waterdeep here in the next few days. He isn't directly aware of her schedule, which is kind of typical for her because she likes to catch people off guard.
Yep. I said that that sounds like my mother. I thank him. I ask him, would it be possible to maybe replenish our goods since we've been out and about?
Certainly. What goods do you need to be restocked?
Well,
before we also, when we, just as an aside, I can't remember how we actually handled this a few sessions ago. How were you going to handle the distribution of and orders of the mining company? Because y'all, if I recall correctly, y'all were going to be running them through your family's business, right?
yeah, I was gonna save that part till last, but
Okay, this is me asking you.
first
not
you
the
ask for
NPC.
free stuff, then you burden the company.
I mean, it's basically a subsidiary of the of the NARS trading company at that point.
Yeah, it's what it is. Yeah, I'm just looking to restockpile my robe, make sure the stuff for our carriage and horses is good, like all of our
All maintenance and things. Make sure your equipment's in good order.
And I ask him, would there be anything I would need for a trip to Neverwinter?
So he starts writing down you can see him filling out a requisition form for the materials that you're talking about, and
I tell him not to put that part in the requisition form.
So for Neverwinter, he's like, well, this time of year wouldn't hurt to have some warm clothing.
That's what I figured. Yeah, could we get some warm clothing?
The games themselves, depending on when you're, from what I understand, the games are going to be starting up soon.
Yep.
But I do not know. I do not have their exact schedule. I can double check that for you.
Yes. If he could get us a schedule, that would be great.
Certainly, ma'am. The route to Neverwinter is rather calm.
Yes.
I'm sure you've heard of the nasty business that slimy Beetleton was involved in. He was actually hurting our company, and we're very much upset with him. But
no, I hadn't heard. What happened?
Oh, you hadn't?
No.
Oh. Beetleton, and he's still writing down, not even looking up from his book, his requisition slip. He goes on to tell you about how Beetleton, which is a nice little hamlet in the middle, about the halfway point in between Waterdeep and Neverwinter, a lot of goods were traveling back and forth, and it had been notoriously bad for a group of merchants, but other groups of merchants weren't struggling with it at all, and there was a lot of hubbub about it because it was he said, she said, it was bad, it's good, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out that the Lord Beetleton was working with merchants and lining his pockets using stolen goods by stealing from merchants.
How uncouth.
And half of the lords of Waterdeep are very unhappy with him. Because they were stealing from him, or he was stealing from them.
Yes.
And the other half are trying to play it off as if it's no big deal. But there's some really damning evidence that he was involved. And to the extent where his wife has separated, though they try to put on this strong front, she is staying here in town. He is still up in Beetleton because he is currently not welcome here.
How?
So she's single.
There's even words that she might be pushing to ask for divorce, and nasty business that is. You know how human relationships go. How brief and
yes.
How
filthy
brief
humans.
Hey,
it's actually short-lived, temporal, fleeting.
I elbow Lechon.
My daddy's human.
So he does look up. It's like, so will you be needing a blacksmith or a blacksmith or someone to be tending after your gear?
Yes, please, if you could.
Okay. We can, if you would like us to schedule an appointment to have one come in, or if you would like to leave your stuff here and we can have it
I'll
checked
leave
out.
it here, and I expect it by morning.
Okay. We can have someone come in this afternoon and take care of it for
I
you.
ask him as well, could he make sure that the the cart that we have is fitted for cold weather as well?
Oh, certainly. I'm assuming y'all brought your cart with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your cart is a rather short one, and he looks at it. It's like, this is mainly designed for merchant trade rather than like traveling. Would you like me to outfit this one, or would you like me to prepare a personal carriage for you?
Wait, so when he says carriage, what is he meaning? Is he meaning like...
You would know that he's thinking noble carriage, right?
Right.
Like, so fully enclosed.
So not utility like we need.
Right, but he doesn't know why you would be traveling, right?
I say if he has a bigger cart, that is absolutely fine, but no, we will not be needing a carriage, as we do have some business to conduct.
Oh, okay, certainly. Would you like a larger one, a larger covered wagon for this, or about this size?
I turn to LeChon and I say, what do you think, LeChon? Because, our companions might like something a little bit more roomy.
They would. I'm thinking extended back end.
Get the large dumpy.
Get a large
With the
dumpy on
shocks.
this thing. Because
Lift
I'm
kit
thinking we need
tires?
to be able to sit 5 across on each side.
5 across is probably going to be pushing it, but
All right, 4 across.
okay. We do have a carriage or a wagon that we can outfit with some. Basically, he starts describing a longer wagon that's probably about not twice as long, but maybe like 50% longer than the current one.
Yeah.
All right.
With the standard caravan carriage top, right? The like Oregon Trail
Yeah.
fabric over the top. And he is like, well, for this one we do have basically what amounts to sheets that go up to further insulate it from the winds and from the weather.
Be nice.
It sounds like this one would suit your needs quite well if you have a group of, say, it would be able to carry your normal load of this one plus 4 to 6 individuals rather comfortably.
That sounds excellent.
Okay. So he
Oh,
during
also,
this time, like your first requisition slip, like he's passed out the goods for the request for your supplies.
Tell him also that we would need the gear as well, for the cold weather gear for multiple companions.
Yeah. I
described their rough sizes.
Like he is just like writing everything down, and as soon as it's functionally complete, right, passes it to Handel, who's running back and forth to deliver.
Yeah.
As soon as Handel gets back, he has another 2 to go deliver to two other people.
As soon as I
Handel's
see
just moving as fast as his little halfling legs can take him.
Yes.
Bob, as soon as I see him take that, though, I then go, oh, by the way, do you have anyone that can work on my weapon? Just to do maintenance on it.
And then I stop LeChon and I say, by the way, LeChon, didn't we get some, was it black scales?
Hang on, let me just whip this out. And take the bag of holding and rummage through it for it. pull out a handful of scales.
Yeah, what did we get from the black dragon that we were talking about maybe making into another weapon or something?
So if I recall correctly, y'all got the head, the heart, the breath organ, and enough blood and scales to do 3 projects. If 3 small projects, depending on how you actually wanted to make it into. If you wanted larger projects, it might take up more of those 3 to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Could we make something for Rami with this stuff?
Probably. This is very much open-ended for, like, I'm as the DM. This is your projects, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are very open-ended on what y'all want to do.
Yeah.
And
Let's say I feel like either you or Rami need some cool dragon gear.
I mean,
We're
to
gonna
be
make
fair,
some Thorn Weaver
Thara's
gauntlets?
sword is already pretty nice and draconic. So,
Is it possible to make like dragon armor for Rennie?
like barding,
Yeah, like stuff that increases her AC, basically.
probably.
That sounds great.
All right. So y'all are dealing with the merchants. Let's go back to Rax and Sylvaris.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
So you did the ritual needed to to designate this place as a sanctuary. While Brother Morty is familiar with the spell itself, does recommend that it doesn't really come, like, be mindful of, like, it comes into the main hallway where it is open. Like, just be mindful of large stuff coming through, as it doesn't really stop for people, right?
What happens if we teleport inside of someone?
What?
You kind of land on top of them.
Magical
Okay.
teleports don't ever let that happen.
Okay,
At the
good.
detriment of the
Not
caster.
convenient.
I also assume it's kind of like the like beaming in Star Trek, where they have a like designated location for that sort of thing.
Well, yes and no. A lot of the spells will even have descriptions for it, like the ones that make it so, like, if you teleport to where there's a wall,
Yeah.
you get shunted to the nearest location, and sometimes you do take damage depending on the spell.
A lot of times you take damage.
Yeah. Well, like, it will shunt you to where there isn't a wall, so you're not
For
teleporting into the
mechanically
wall.
mechanically speaking, I think the spell doesn't really let you take a wagon with you. It's literally additional
Yeah,
creatures.
we would be
right?
abandoning it because it'd be the creatures.
It's not like we paid for it.
And you have the ability to summon Randy, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we might have to leave her behind and then summon her.
She could hug me.
And they're basically intertwined on a soul level, so.
Cool. Interesting.
You're lesbians?
Don't worry about it.
You really are a narwhal, aren't you?
No, that was my first D&D character ever.
So that
Don't
was
worry about that. That was a great idea, but the DM didn't let me do much with it. Steve.
I thought your first D&D character was Grogny.
No, Grogny was my second.
Who was your first then?
You don't want to know.
Okay, your third was Malik with his prickly bar.
Yes. And my fourth was the French Paladin.
Oui.
So what else are you gonna do over there, Rax and Sylvaris?
I'm just standing by watching.
I mean, I already got all my answers that I needed. I don't think there's anything else to do here. I will mingle with the people here just to try to help allay their fears and stuff, because, like, time keeps moving. Like you said, the guy was going to retire, but, like, even if he wasn't kidnapped, like, things would have moved on at some point anyways. It's okay.
Yeah.
Things happen. time change.
BahamutMingle.com.
Yeah.
Swipe right.
Also,
to
I
discuss our Lord.
am single, so, you know.
Well,
Kobolds are weird.
Hot kobolds in your area.
lusty
As far as
kobold
while you were
maid.
out and about, you do notice some of the people who worked at Axon's shop because you worked there for a few months before before the party actually officially convened.
Yep.
And they'll
Wait,
recognize
he
you.
worked?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how we met initially.
I don't believe you.
Axe is the one. Yeah, Axe is the one that
He worked
introduced me to you guys.
worked for a few months because he was abandoned by his master. And he needed
Master,
a
you
place to
say?
stay. So Axon, who knew his master, gave him a job, and then he was like, "Hey, I have a bigger problem. Go punch some guys for me." And he was like, "Bet."
Yeah.
Okay.
So you will meet a few of the guys that are there, and
I'll catch up with them. Pretty
yeah,
much.
it's mostly small talk. Like they're talking about how their lives. They checking in with y'all, how you were doing, how y'all. It's like they hadn't heard from you in a while. They heard you went off on some massive adventures, doing all this crazy stuff.
Mhm.
Kind of been slow over here, even after the dragon attack. Things were rough for a bit, but after we rebuilt a lot of the stuff, things went back to normal.
Yeah, just make the small talk for a little bit with them, while keeping a small eye towards like Rax's direction.
Notice how he didn't keep his large eye towards it.
Mhm.
Just his small one. It is now lore accurate that Sylvaris has two distinctly different sized eyes.
Oh well.
Quite literally, capital O, lowercase o.
He's always hitting people with that, like, inquisitive look that The Rock gives, except he's not doing it at an angle.
He's doing it head on.
He's doing a
applied
smolder
directly to the forehead.
Yes.
from Jumanji.
Yes.
Like some big.
Smoldering gates.
But yeah, after that, I'm done here.
Okay, so you'll eventually make your way back into town. So, Elren and LeSean,
Okay.
you'll have gotten most of your supplies taken care of and lined up.
Yep.
He said everything is going to be ready tomorrow morning.
Perfect.
So y'all are going to leave your armor. Well, LeSean doesn't really.
Yeah.
I just wear nice clothes and a pirate hat.
pretty much.
Can I get my pirate hat gilded?
What?
Gilded or like emblazed or embroidered with gold thread.
Ooh. Let's go with that one instead.
Yeah, I feel like that's
Probably
the
need to
smarter
see-
one.
All you need to see a seamstress rather than the merchant company.
Damn, merchant company doesn't have tailors.
Not for that specific of a job. At least not on call. Like on call, sure, but not on demand. So what else are you gonna do over there?
At the merchant? I mean, I think we're good with that. Yeah,
are there
sorry.
any rumors?
I guess we have to talk to him and arrange the rights for transporting the minerals
Materials?
from the mine.
They're not rocks, Marie. They're minerals.
His almost automated like processing.
I present him
Kind of
with
comes to-
a contract.
His automated like processing of everything you've been dealing with so far. You see him like come to a complete halt. Is like, Like a what now? It's like this
Tell
is
him
not
I've
what I was
acquired a new mining facility out in the Desserin Valley
I see.
that I would like the family enterprise to take over for the transportation of materials and selling of the goods at market.
Okay. So what he primarily needs for that is a location of the mine, because he's gonna need to send someone out there to confirm everything and get samples to present to prospective buyers.
Yep.
And so he mostly just needs a sample and like the location, just so he can, like, if everyone's in agreement, we can begin the transition immediately.
Yeah. That's totally fine. Tell him to get on it.
Yep. So he'll bring out a map. You'll find one of the Desert Valley. You'll show him approximately where it is. I don't know if y'all took any samples of materials.
Did we not
You want us
mine
to
any?
roll for it?
Of the granite and the just general stone.
No, I mean, let him send a surveyor or something. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Technically, you have the official survey of the mines.
Oh, yes, I present him with that then. Though I tell him, I think that there's more than meets the eye, and I believe that the original survey was flawed. And I tell him they either left something off or they weren't thorough enough to find something.
So which survey are you giving him? Because the one that the foreman had didn't have anything special on it. It was literally just the stone and the granite, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The dwarves in the basement that attacked y'all had a different survey, and y'all didn't let the foreman have that, even see it.
To be fair, we didn't really trust him at the time. So, yeah,
no,
I hand him the more elaborate one.
So he's not a prospector himself.
I just
He's
tell
good at
him
managing
not to necessarily trust it, and it might be good to get a second opinion.
Like if you believe it's worthy enterprise, we'll take a look into it, and we'll provide our recommendations to move forward accordingly. I think with that's pretty much all you had here, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So then we were going to head to the museum, because I assume somebody's got to talk to Jindy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But that doesn't have to be next. We can do Rax and Sylvaris if you want.
Okay. So Rax and Sylvaris will eventually make their way back into the city. You will have known that Sylvaris or Balra and Lachan were going to go to the merchant company and then to the museum. You're not quite sure where they are with that yet, or so how do you want to proceed?
I mean, we could probably go meet up with them and then all head to the museum together.
Yeah.
I think we should. Okay, not knowing that they're not wrapped up yet, I think we should stop by the NARS Trading Company to see how far along they are.
Yes.
So I think we start making our way over toward the NARS Trading Company.
If they were fast enough, then they can take their measurements and stuff too.
No, they'll have gone to the Nards Trading Company by the after y'all left.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, that's fine. We'll just follow him after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You missed them probably like 30 minutes to an hour.
That's fine.
But they can
No,
probably
so
take
just-
our measurements while we're there if they
Yeah.
need them.
If you introduce yourselves as friends of Thora, he'll know what to do. So,
Okay. Yeah, that's
and then
what we'll
you'll go to catch up to.
Yeah, our chocolate friend was here earlier.
do.
What now?
I said our chocolate friend was here earlier.
Yes.
Is the manager also a dark elf?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Even better.
Do you try to take a nibble at him?
No.
You have more composure than that around snacks.
So you'll just for the sake of getting it over with, right? You'll meet up with Thora and Lachon as they're arriving at the.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
They were taking a leisurely drive through the town. They stopped and got lunch at a nice little place.
Called Bar Bucks.
Y'all just kind of made a beeline. Like you ran past while they were eating, and they called out to you, and you slid to a stop and came back to catch up with them.
Hold on, Bob.
So eventually you'll all make your way to the museum.
Real question is, after we met our pelican thing, has that become popular now in Waterdeep?
So which one?
the rickshaw.
The rickshaw that we made. Has that been popular now? Has it caught on?
No.
Damn.
It has not. Not more so than it already was. Like
Do it again, but this time with the dragon head.
Hey, yo, let's go. I got some spell slots.
Listen, you remember what happened last time? I wouldn't do that.
I have more key points now. We can make it across the whole city.
Oh God.
Vietnam
what does he do again?
flashbacks.
So let's see. How fast can Sylvaris go?
I have a level
speed?
50. So if 100 for.
So it's
every key point.
100.
And I can do it 11 times.
You can dash twice. No. You can dash 3 times a turn.
Plus haste, which is
No,
double movement.
That includes his haste. So it's like you can travel 400 feet per 6 seconds. And you can maintain this for a decent amount of time.
I'm gonna need you to
400
RKO
times
someone.
11. Does that mean if I move that fast into a dragon, I obliterate the dragon? Just go right through him?
The
right?
rules do not handle physics very well. No.
Damn.
Just become A train.
Beep beep, motherfucker. Okay. Anyway, sorry.
You will eventually make your way to the museum, and Jindy spots y'all and welcomes you back to town, and asks. He kind of just asks how things are going. He had heard rumors of somebody brought back a dragon head, but wasn't sure who it was.
It was
We tell him we
so-
heard that too.
I'm glad someone's dealing with the problems that our city has come across. So did you come back for that? He kind of excitedly comes back to the like. Did you make up your mind about if I recall correctly, y'all have been gone for been a
Something
rather
like
short
that.
amount of time. Just say 2 weeks. Did you come back for that? Did you change your minds about that mine we had outside that we were talking about outside of Neverwinter?
A mine, you say?
Or sorry, runes. Damn it.
I was about to say, Bob, this is something completely different.
Nope, it was ruins. There was an old ruin that found a secret. They found a secret tunnel.
What is a ruin
And,
if not a thing waiting to be stripped to become a mine?
And there's a secret tunnel we have
See?
to go. That could be our new base. Secret
Teenage Mutant Ninja
tunnel.
Turtles live in the sewer.
I'm pretty sure y'all don't want to be in the sewers. It's smelly down there.
We see Sylvaris doesn't have a sense of smell. That's why he never bathes.
True.
He's stinky.
I keep this. I
Alright.
keep the swamp ass for lubricant when I'm running around.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to never speak again.
Powers.
No, I'm very angry with you.
As you should be.
Right? No cannon.
It's now canon.
Solaris has no sense of smell.
Uh-oh. He's created a downside for all of your monk stuff.
That's why he's immune to poison.
May not be able to smell it, but it won't matter. However, you
That's
can't warn
terrible.
anyone else if it is.
Hold on, if that's canon, then any ability, monster ability that does some type of smell means it wouldn't affect me either.
Just because you
No.
can't smell it doesn't mean you don't inhale it.
He's got a point.
Also, people get used to their own smell more than other smells.
So Jindy does reoffer you the mining expedition that, or not. Keep on saying mining, but no.
I was about to say, you
There's
keep
a
on
mine?
getting my hopes up.
I'm sorry. No, there's not a mine. It was
Could there be a
it was
mine?
abandoned ruins that had been previously explored and stripped, but recently another tunnel had been found. There were dragon runes draconic runes inside that tunnel going further in, and it was blocked off, marked, and ready for future investigations by the museum.
I feel like this just leads to one of the temples.
No, Bob would never.
You know what? Let's do it. We'll see what the end result is.
Well, this is two things we now have in Neverwinter, so.
Clearly, we're going to Neverwinter.
What was the first one again?
Neverwinter.
The bishop that
Yes.
you forgot this time?
I said he was going that way. I never said he made it to Neverwinter.
He's probably in Neverwinter, most likely. Nearby.
But he does ask you how y'all have been doing.
I gained a new color.
A new color?
I show off my red and green scales.
Oh my. Didn't you already have green scales by the time you talked to him last time?
I don't remember.
I think so.
Did we talk to him after
I
coming
thought
back from Chult?
Yeah, we did, because we went here
Did
first,
we?
and then we checked on him.
Yeah.
But you didn't
Is he
get
already
black scales, did you, Steve?
We can change
quickly
that.
pulls out the black dragon head and eats it.
What
Gotta
are
get
you
all the.
doing with the dragon head in the museum? That
I'm
belongs in the
hungry.
Wait. Y'all were the ones who defeated the dragon?
Yes.
As he's shoving the dragon back into the bag of holding. No.
You saw nothing.
Wave your hand.
Oh, nothing if you know what's good for you.
Trying to remember how involved he was in Dragon Cult. He had been following their activities for a while, so he does have a somewhat of a bead on them, on their activities.
Mm-hmm. Well, remember they stole the statue from him, so
Yeah, but like also just in general, it's like information from his allies is coming back to him, so he would know that. Like, for example, the Black Dragon Cult is at this point just completely in a panic because both the dragon and the speaker have been defeated.
how would he know that?
Well, you're right. He wouldn't know that the dragon and the speaker were defeated, but he knows that the Black Dragon Cult is no longer operating independently. Right? They are dependent on another color. The same way the main green body, like for all intents and purposes, the green body is also dependent on the other ones right now.
But how do you know that changed?
Huh? Well, the green one had been acting kind of weird since, but like once y'all defeated Resmir, the Black Cult started acting disjointed, right?
Yeah.
Like how you said Resmir with a question mark.
Trying to make sure I remember properly. I think I remember all these freaking names.
Yes.
You have far more faith in me than I do.
It's your job.
It's my job to have notes. So he does get out. He does get out a notebook with some field notes from that rune, right? The top layer is dwarven. They assume that it was a dwarven mine or a dwarven city that had been abandoned. I keep on saying mine. It's not a mine.
It's a mine.
Sure, it has a mine attached to it. There we go.
Yes.
All right.
But
what do you think it has in it, Steve?
The reason why they were trying to investigate it further is because of a sealed tunnel that they found that went further down. And the architecture went from dwarven in nature to draconic in script changed to draconic script. The dwarven runes and the art deco that is typical with dwarven architecture gradually gave way to much more primitive designs, draconic script, and other kinds of architecture that's not really associated with dwarves. And they don't know what's further in because, well, they're cowards, right? But they think that it was worth investigating because it was inactive, right? It wasn't something that they stumbled into an active nest or anything like that, or it was they opened up something from centuries ago, and they're not sure why it got sealed up, or why, or if there's any what's down there in order to continue.
So, is it zombies?
Possibly. He doesn't
I
know.
hope it's zombies.
I bet.
Cool if it was. We'll find out when we go there. What no, the daggers for the wizard tower, right? Not the museum.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He does ask you if you you had to. He did hear that you were working on behalf of the Mage's Tower.
I have to change my
Mhm.
headset real fast.
Let's see. Quick, while he can't hear us.
Yeah.
So he did hear. Jindy did hear that y'all were working on behalf of the Mage's Tower. He didn't really understand didn't hear the specifics related to that.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Mage Tower business.
What did I miss?
But Jindy is asking how y'all were doing on the Mage Tower's job.
Okay.
How that went. He doesn't have the specifics. He just knows that's where y'all started a few weeks ago. You find anything interesting?
Yeah, found a dagger.
No? Dagger, you say?
Yeah. We think it may be what they used to do something nefarious to the what was the guy's name?
I don't know.
The Blackstaff Tower Guild or Guildmaster.
That's right, that was a title, not an item.
Mm-hmm.
Keep on forgetting that.
I had to make sure I say it otherwise too, right? Because it doesn't seem like a good title. It's like he will say he's familiar with curses and stuff. He is a cleric himself, but it's like it's quite like if you have reason to believe it is a possibility that an item could be acting as an anchor to such a spell. I heard that the black stuff is stable, but not recovering. Stable for better or for worse.
Yeah. But so I think since we now established that we have this, we should probably be moseying on over to the Mage's Tower.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming they're keeping him there.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree with LeChon.
He'll send over the details for the expedition, the contract documents, the terms, and etc. Along with if you agree, upfront payment as well as some preliminary supplies. But y'all will make it your way to y'all will head to the Mage's Tower next.
Sounds good.
Sorry,
good.
I need something to. I will need. I'm gonna go get something to drink. Be right back. I guess I can talk while like getting it, but.
Well, while you're getting a drink, I'm gonna go run and grab a drink.
The blacks or the mage's tower. By the time you get to the mage's tower, you will see that a lot of the damage that was caused by the attack is still. It's kind of it's still there. Like the important bits have been covered up, but you can still see signs of damage. And you kind of get the feeling that wizards, unless it doesn't really directly affect them, they just don't really care, right? Like the barrier's back in place, but like, okay, the fence isn't our problem. The barrier's fine. These craters from where the attacks were occurring in the yard, if we fill them in, some wizard will blow them out again when they learn fireball. Stuff along those lines.
Yeah. Did you need us to do something?
No, I was thinking some.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Did you wish to us to intuit it?
The wizard's tower itself, like once you get there, they kind of hold off on letting you enter because they just don't know better, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Eventually, you will.
They don't know of the great Lachan.
Right, because Lachan is a sorcerer.
Yeah.
I've returned.
And these are wizards.
So they're a bunch of filthy nerds.
Exactly. Lachan is basically a jock.
That's right.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
But what do the guards say to us?
They're not letting you through, right? Like, once you mentioned that you were doing a job for the assistant, they start to be less like you can see them casting a message spell to kind of confirm your story. I've lost my roll 20
again.
I mean, if they want to be the guards responsible for the black staff never recovering, that's on them.
Eventually, their face goes from stern to apologetic as they tell you that Ruckland is waiting for you in the central tower. You get up there, you get to the tower, and the doors magically open. The inside goes from being like the outside is rather battered and bruised, and he goes from the outside all the way to the inside where everything is pristine. You can't even tell that there was a fight here a few weeks ago. It's been magically restored. For a change of scenery, I have this. Don't expect a fight because I'm not actually that mean.
We'll start a fight.
You want to start a fight?
Where that mean?
And it's like, yes, welcome back. He kind of shiftily looks around at all the other wizards in the tower, just kind of staring at the obviously non-wizards, and like, quick to my office. We'll head up there. And you'll eventually find your way up to his office. You'll recognize this place as it's adjacent to the Blackstaff's quarters where he's infirmed. It's like,
Okay.
yes. So, how goes your our collaborative mission, as it were?
I produced the dagger from the bag of holding. I found this on the speaker that stabbed him.
Ika, you mean Jad? What does he mean? Do you know what the? They're kind of confused by the term speaker because they're just wholly uninterested in the cult, aside from the fact that they.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, so uninterested that they knew his name?
Well, Jad was a wizard here.
Oh,
He was a
okay.
turncoat.
Gotcha.
Didn't notice the cats on this.
The cats?
Yeah.
Oh,
Are
yeah,
there
they
cats?
are.
Oh,
Cat here.
yeah.
I was half expecting to see the globe as well.
Same.
So they look at the dagger, and so how does this help us?
Mm-hmm.
Well, figured whatever's curses afflicting him probably came from this dagger that he was stabbed with.
That's now I see. You can tell that abjuration and the removal of curses really isn't his strong suit.
Intelligence is
So-
a strong suit. Okay.
Huh?
What?
Intelligence, no, it's not as strong.
Did we try using the Dispel Ruby on my sword on the Black Staff, by the way?
Nope.
That would have been funny if that worked.
Ugh. Dispel magic doesn't really work on curses.
Okay, good.
Rax
Because
also
they're
did not try.
cursed.
Rax also did not try to remove curse. Wanted to leave it to the experts at the temple.
Did I?
It's amazing
Yep.
how nobody had that spell prepared.
Isn't that normal? Utility spells? Us?
Yeah, remove curses.
That could be another fireball, Steve.
You're not
Exactly.
wrong.
Problem is, like, it's a third level spell. It only is useful if you know you're going to be dealing with curses. Sorry, I'm
Uh-huh.
tired.
I'm tired too.
I mean,
I'm
it's more that it
tired.
doesn't. It's more that it doesn't remove the curse.
No, it removes the curse.
If the object is a cursed magic item, its curse remains, but the spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object.
Right.
Ah, okay.
Like I can't remove it. I can only like break the attunement.
But it
The
removes
owner's
the
dead,
curse
so
on
who cares?
it removes the curse on someone who's been cursed by something else, though.
Somebody cursed?
The Black Staff. The head honcho of the Wizard Tower.
Oh,
The
I mean-
creator of Wizard 101.
Sorry.
okay. Were we around him?
Yes.
We're just like now.
Y'all were.
This is the first time we've met him, I feel like. Wait,
Yeah.
I
have
was
we?
gonna say like I was confused on when I would have removed curse before this if we had met him before and he was cursed.
So we technically did not meet him. We met him while he was already cursed.
Gotcha.
So
But
it's
yeah,
just,
like literally just removes curses.
there's
So it's very, very
Did we come to meet him?
Okay,
We had
Wizard's Tower. I can't remember if you actually met him because he was already down for the count.
I think we were just told that when we tried to go to the Wizard's Tower. I don't think we ever got in the first
You
time.
did because
we?
you got a job from the Wizard's Tower.
Yeah, but I thought
mean,
someone came out to us.
remove
I
curses is
honestly
one of
don't
those
remember
spells
going to
you
Wizard Tower.
use. Like you don't prepare it unless you know you're dealing with curses. Because like it only removes curses and nothing else. The poison one in comparison removes poisons, but it also gives you poison resist for a while. Like it does something else.
It's proactive instead of just simply reactive.
Yeah.
Okay. So you present it, and he starts preparing He starts casting Identify.
Oh, the dagger?
On the dagger.
Yeah.
You can see him kind of pulling the mat, like you can see like the arcane circle unraveling, or not so much unraveling, right? But isolating different strands of magic that are on the dagger itself.
Yeah.
Showing the different layers of spells, and you can tell that he's he's processing it, taking notes, and just kind of manipulating the Identify spell to try to comprehend what this dagger is and how it is in relation to the Flagstaff's curse.
Yeah.
Once the spell ends, he believes that this is the weapon that did cause the curse in the first place, and that he can. The problem was that the clerics who came to tend to the Blackstaff originally weren't able to remove the effects. They were just able to slow down the effects. Like, so the Blackstaff has basically been in a coma for 2 weeks since the attack on water.
Damn. And we could have solved this earlier.
No,
What?
remove curse by itself wouldn't have worked.
No. I'm
That
just
was the
saying,
problem.
like, we could have beelined towards him.
Yeah.
An entire day having a parade.
True.
Yeah, no,
Worth.
not a big deal.
Yeah,
He was
it's one
already
more
in a
day in a
coma.
coma.
He was going to retire anyway.
That's true.
Oh no, that was the bishop.
So he immediately goes to the back of his office, and
Gets a staff.
you can
That's black.
you can see him casting another spell, and you recognize this one as sent.
He's sending us to hell.
Yes. Y'all deserve it. But you'll recognize
Confess
this
your
one
sins.
you'll recognize this ascending, and he is summoning the temple to resend their what amounts to their house call, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they think they can remove the curse this time.
Okay.
It's like this should be enough to help us break through the curse. But what about the artifacts? What about our former associate? What news do you have on them?
Who?
Jad?
Jad, yes.
Oh.
Jad's dead, baby.
Well, no. she's not.
Shh.
They don't need to know that.
If they're dead, did you get the artifacts?
Artifacts.
He kind of looks at y'all somewhat annoyed, and she's like, "Yes, the Rosebridge stones and the planar anchor, as we discussed originally."
Ah, those. Okay. No, but we have started a mining operation to try to find the Rose diamond.
That's certainly entrepreneurial of y'all, but
We just
if
figured
we
no one
get-
else was going to do anything about it.
Not to mention, it's certainly a lot faster than just the four of us doing it.
Yeah, we got a crew and everything. You want to join our crew?
hardly.
I don't know. A wizard could mine quite a bit for us.
I implore him to reconsider.
Hey, persuasive.
Is that a min-roll on your persuasion? Jesus.
No. It's a 14.
It just, yeah, it looks great in my eyes for some reason.
Oh, that's because it's rolling with advantage. So it automatically highlights the better of the two.
higher one.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize.
He's not interested in becoming a miner. He is merely doing his job as assistant to the Blackstaff, even though it distracts from his personal research.
Of mining.
I was about to say, you know what, motherfucker, I'm about ready to go talk to the Black Staff. I'm going to get you assigned to mining.
The Blackstaff is currently in a coma.
Not for long. Kick in the door. Cast Dispel Magic. Slap him around. Dump water on him.
Sorry.
Perform an 8-piece air juggle combo on him. Roundhouse kick him.
Okay, so the story is that you killed Jad. You do not recall the...
Listen, I didn't lie. I told them that, no, we didn't kill him.
Okay, I was trying to make sure that the official story is that you did or did not kill them. You do know that they are working with the Dragon Cult. Even if that was so obvious. You did meet them, run into them.
And they flew away like a bitch.
Yep, they flew away like a bitch, and you got this dagger off of them, and a scale from them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or do you share the scale with it? The knowledge that you have the scale with.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
No reason not to.
Unless he's a scaly.
Wait,
Just show it to him and he just instantly busts.
like scale, you say?
Yeah, why?
His wizard hat becomes erect.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's like, well, I might not be well versed in abjuration magic.
But divination.
Divination.
I knew it.
Divination magic, on the other hand.
Okay, player.
He can use the scale to help find them.
And in the darkness, find them. What?
Well, if you want a binding spell, you probably need to talk to an invocation or an enchantment. They have
Or
those two.
BDSM wizard. I mean, what?
Oh, well.
That's the Shibari wizard.
God damn it.
Shibari Magic in You, a beginner's spell book. Would you like one?
What? No, that is so gross, Lachan says as she hands over a handful of gold.
What?
Making drug deals over here.
Right?
Um,
Don't worry about it.
while you
So this gives me an advantage on tying knots, right?
no.
Damn.
I'm trying to think of the pacing of how these things make sense, right?
Yeah.
Um,
They don't.
But that's okay.
So the Blackstaff will be awake tomorrow, basically. The church said they were sending over clerics immediately. Probably need at least one more night for rest once the curse has been stopped, so they can the Blackstaff can return to work.
Mm-hmm.
And the Rucklin does believe that he can fashion a spell to locate Chronumdrum,
Who?
the blue dragon whose scale you have, as well as
Tell him we have quite the conundrum. Yeah, what LaChan said.
Yes.
Think we can make cronuts out of him?
No nuts.
But for the rest of the evening, what do y'all want to do?
Have I checked back in with my doctor since the green scale incident?
The last time you were in Waterdeep, yeah, but that was the quote-unquote green scale incident.
Okay.
It did warn you that trying to get more dragon bloodlines most likely won't be helpful for you.
That's not going to stop him.
Possibly detrimental to your health.
It's not going to stop me from collecting all the Chaos Emeralds. I will become a supersonic Chew.
Remember you at the very end.
No, you won't. It was all dream.
My name's LaChan, and this is my.
Right. So what do y'all do tonight?
Party. No, I mean what?
I mean, we could.
Probably go to a bar close by to where our house is.
Sounds like a plan. I love it when a plan comes together.
Did we get anything from the Mage Tower besides the guy telling us, yo, you didn't get the artifacts?
We have the book or whatever.
Okay.
By the book.
Steve got a book on Introduction to Shibari.
Oh, right.
The divination wizard said that he can fashion a spell out of the room to help locate the blue dragon.
Cool.
And the
Right.
black staff is going to be recovered in the morning.
When should we check back in for
Supposed.
the divination?
Oh, probably if you want to, that would probably be around the same. He probably would want to wait for the black staff to wake up and help guide on how they're going to proceed as the Mages Association as a whole.
Okay.
Don't have a good bar scene. I'm sorry.
SMH.
Our time? Yeah.
You'll get to the bar. You'll enjoy drinks. It is still a rather festive mood as people are still talking about the heroes that avenged their city by slaying one of the dragons who attacked.
I tell them that I heard one of the heroes was named Thalra.
It doesn't sound right.
But now Lachan, that sounds right.
No, Lachan was one of them too. And
You know what we
Sylvaris.
need?
And the Great One Rex.
You know what we need, though, Cad? We
a
need
counter
a
dragon
Salmonius.
cult. Oh, what?
Oh. No, I was going to say we need a Salmonius.
Oh, yeah.
That's what
yeah.
we need.
Well, if Bob kills me, I can come back as a bard.
Nice. I will also come back to the bard if he ever kills me.
Understandable.
You eventually make it back to your safe house.
Okay.
Did y'all start working with Healy to use the magical essence thing?
Yes.
Magical essence.
The one
Father's
that has
I
the
don't know what that
properties
is.
of location and the dragon. Specifically,
Bottle
dragon.
of Daddy.
Lachan's dragon daddy.
Maybe?
Sounds like we should have been.
This is a what are y'all? This is a what are your this is downtime, right? Y'all haven't gone off on another job. You're gathering information. You're preparing for what's next. How do you want to use the resources that you currently have to prepare? Right.
I asked Consuela if the manor has any books on Neverwinter.
I think we start
Yeah.
crafting the Wormweaver gauntlets, you know?
No.
Damn.
They're too busy with the Dragonator for that project.
You do, however, get a pair of slip-ons that are made out of dragon hide.
You will get a letter that she received late in the afternoon from
Hey Moons, how's it going? How have you been?
Axon for y'all.
What does
From
it
Axon?
say?
Yeah.
That guy's still alive?
Yeah, why wouldn't he be?
I don't know.
He's a retired adventurer.
Much like the drummer from Def Leppard, he only has one arm.
Listen, if you didn't kill him, then he's still alive.
And people die when you kill them.
That's right.
Um,
Particularly if you steal their diamonds.
My diamonds!
he will mention that he heard that you were back in town, for one.
Uh-huh.
And I believe you did tell him, or he has someone who's contacting him seeking to procure dragon parts for their research.
So he can make
He
a
has not
Dragonator.
given them your name,
Okay.
right? But he know, or I'm trying to remember if he actually knows y'all have dragon parts or not, right?
I mean, at this point, it's not a surprise considering we paraded the heads across
Yeah.
town.
But he wants to know if you would be willing to sell some for this guy's research.
How much we talking?
No prices were given, though they are like it's one of those situations where the original offer was to, do you know anyone who has them to sell, and if so, can you set up a meet? Like, this is not something that, like, most of the time they don't put an offer. It's like not a blanket offer. Like, if you put a blanket offer, it's not through an individual, it's through like an auction house, and if they ever go on sale, they do it. But Axon is known to deal with rare materials
Uh-huh.
and is a former adventurer, so he came across this person came across him asking for, and he was like, well, let me see who I know who might, and I'll get back to you.
Is he just the guy from Pawn Stars?
Yes.
The lowest he can go.
I'm gonna call a friend.
Dragon parts, huh? Well, listen, I got a friend that's an expert in dragon parts. Let me give them a call.
Sounds like a dragon mechanic.
Yeah, that ain't dragon scales there, Chief. That's just iguana pelt.
Shikaka!
If you're he just asked it if you're interested to let him know.
Okay.
So let's see. Y'all have, I think, so what projects are y'all thinking? Right?
Is that Axon's way of saying he's going to help us hook up with somebody who can wrap something out of our dragon pieces?
Most, well, if you want to find someone who can do that, either there's some already. This is more along the lines of the person just wants to buy the parts, and he doesn't know. It's been told that it's for that person.
He doesn't know what he's getting into.
Gotcha.
Like, it's more of a, if you're willing to sell, let me, like, do you want me to I can handle negotiations, or if I can set you up to negotiate directly, right?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Like, it's just purely business on what, if you'd be willing to part with them for whatever they're offering. If you wanted to do something with dragon parts, that's literally, you tell me, and you'll find an NPC in the city who can, if it's not Healy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And so we already got the well, armor thing for Ronnie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Barding.
Dragon.
What a
That's another. I heard. Really? That's how you're gonna freaking run it?
What?
the rules for barding is like, oh, any type of armor shown on the armor table can be purchased as barding. The cost is 4 times the equivalent armor made for humanoids and weighs twice as much. It's like,
That's dumb
that is so freaking vague and stupid.
Yeah.
and lazy.
Yeah, so like logically that means just like
Well, I mean,
logically
if
that
you want to
means
come up with something, feel free to take your time on it, right?
like her armor class is what, +4 is 18, right? Because your proficiency bonus is 4.
You double check.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, so if I like by that logic,
Yes, it's 18.
the best possible thing, or the only thing that would be possible to increase it by is like a +1 set of plate armor for the Drake.
Make it gold.
So a dress.
Plate
A magic dress that transforms into armor when she transforms into a dragon.
Yeah. We can get the black staff to make it.
Okay. Well, we can think about that later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In the morning, Consuelo will have made dino nuggies. And bacon and egg taquitos. I want tacos now.
Yes. I have enchiladas left.
Nice.
I stare at the dino nuggies, longingly missing our dino companions from Chol.
You knew them for all of 3 hours.
I'm
And they
sorry
were
to hear
my
that,
world
Moons.
for those 3 hours.
Also, Moons, we were planning to watch Tenchi later at some point.
Don't worry, Banana Candy. I'm coming for you.
Don't you touch my banana candy.
It's too late. We're getting Banana Candy. We're rescuing him. My dinosaur was an asshole and can stay on Asshole Park Island.
Wait, how do we know banana candy was a him?
You didn't check.
Did you just assume my banana candy's gender?
Yes.
Well, I assumed that if it had the moniker of banana, it had something banana-esque.
Perhaps. That's a good point, Moons.
A Wild Moons?
Yes.
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Moons came in just in time for the BDSM wizard.
Hell yeah.
And that's probably what I would do instead of just increasing the armor class itself, provided like additional effects through the armor, because like mounts would normally have, like most normal mounts have really low AC, so like okay, barding makes sense.
Yeah.
But for like magical mounts, like you get through class features, it becomes completely irrelevant.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's advantages and disadvantages to it. Like they're magical, so it's not going to be like, oh, they die and they're killed. But
Yo, give Ronnie some diamond grills.
Do you have any diamonds?
I mean,
Yes.
we
We do.
do.
Technically,
but...
yes.
It's not like your DM would ever kill you.
Yeah.
You don't need diamonds.
Look, as long as Ronnie's out, they can
try.
still be used.
All right. So in the morning, Do you go? What are you all's plans? Your gear should be ready for pickup after maintenance.
Probably go to the wizard's tower and get the divination done. Now that the black staff guy is alive and awake.
Comment.
Okay. Revivify. I'm gonna comment on the. I did not actually name this NPC.
Okay.
It's just what the NPC came as.
So it's up for chat to decide.
No, he has a name.
She?
The Blackstaff. Yep.
Blackstaff is a woman?
Yeah, he never asked.
I thought it was like a 300-year-old crusty dude. Wait, so you did name it?
I didn't because it already had a name.
Oh, okay. How would I show this to chat? You can't put it in Roll20, can you?
Not easily.
I can't show it to chat easily. Let me. Wait, did that work? It did work. Somehow. Wait. There we go. There we go. Check. Can you
so
see
you
that?
do pick up your gear and then you go head back to the wizard's tower.
Oh, this is Blackstaff.
Yep. So the mage's tower very quickly welcomes you around.
Okay.
What's his face? The divination wizard. Ruckland. Yeah, Rollcond. Greets you and is telling you is like the clerics came in yesterday using the dagger. They were able to break the curse that was affecting her.
Mm-hmm.
Dagger's still there for you. It's yours now, right?
Thank God.
But they were able to break the spell, and then they cast some restorative magic to help her, Lady Safar recover. They will lead you to the office where she is, and you see I want to say like middle-aged black woman with short black hair. It's like, so you must be the adventurers who saved my life. Welcome to the Mages Guild of Waterdeep. My name is Valrus Safar, currently serving as the Blackstaff of the guild. I will give you my most sincere thanks for helping me, and apologize that I can't be more accommodating given the circumstance. She's currently sitting in her bed, like with the sheets still up. Like she's sitting up in her bed. Her staff is to her side. But yeah, she has made that full recovery.
Okay.
Or mostly full recovery.
Awesome.
So from the last thing I remember before the attack, as well, the dragon attacked us was somehow able to break through our barrier rather easily. And then I was stabbed from behind, and that was mainly the last thing I remember. From what I understand, our former colleague Taxter did betray us, and according to you, he has been acting as a member of this foolish little cult for dragons. Was it
Yeah.
revival of Tiamat? According to them, foolish
Yes.
nonsense. It never ends well for mortals playing with gods. So how
Yeah.
can we help you get back at her? Her eyes narrow as you stare. She stares at y'all. It's like, y'all aren't run of the hobos who go on calling them adventures.
You're
I
right.
see
We're murder hobos.
I see the fire in your eye. That is your run of the mill hobo. Damn it! It's like I see the fire in your eyes. I feel the competitive spirit blazing at you. You want revenge just as much as I do.
Perhaps.
Just gaslight her and be like, yeah, no, not really.
Well, I mean, like we technically like weren't like messed up by the dragons at all. Not like the dragons
Yeah.
did anything to us.
They were a different color than red, so therefore I took offense to them. Red clan rules.
You're a different color than red.
Not by choice.
Pretty sure you drank that potion by choice.
He's
Look,
not
just
wrong.
because I have free will doesn't mean people should let me exercise it, okay?
He does have another potion that I did give him.
I drank it already, remember?
Did you drink the other one I gave you? I thought you didn't yet.
I did. Unless there were two potions.
Because there's one that I got, and then I slid it to you because you're like, "Oh, the potion," but then I don't remember anything coming from that.
Oh yeah, it was some resistance potion I think Bob had told me.
Yeah, the potion that he drank last
Okay.
session was literally just a potion that removes diseases.
I am there.
Funny.
Been real funny if it was a potion that removes curses.
Whoops.
So, the Black Staff still wants those artifacts.
We're working
I
on it.
mean, sure.
So,
Not exactly
What's
easy
the black
to...
staff prepared to do to help us get them back?
well,
Yeah.
she understands that y'all have a scale that can be used to help locate the blue chronundrum. And there are other spells that can be used to, if you want to track down Jad themselves, or the Mages Guild itself has backups to locate wizards
Mm-hmm.
in the event of that they go rogue. They could not be accessed because the Black Staff wasn't. Hence why they couldn't
That's
provide them
weird.
to you the first time.
So everything shuts down if Black Staff is out of commission? That's not very...
No, like the Mages Guild can still function, but like that sort of contingency is like it requires succession,
Okay.
and they were hopeful that they didn't need to. So. Sorry, I'm trying to think, and my notes are shit for this part. In general, y'all have the option to either like
Ooh, question.
y'all go ahead.
The Black Staff, was she in a coma already when we had gotten the quest for the artifacts?
Yes.
Okay. Does she have any additional information about the ruins that she can give us?
Which runes?
The ones up by Neverwinter?
No, that's related to the museum, not to the Mages Guild.
I figured wizards might have an interest in ruins.
They often do, yeah.
Well, no luck on that one. Can't win them all.
She will say that the Rose Bridge requires the knowledge that y'all got for the stone is it required a rose diamond in order to activate. Basically, you set the stones on two different entryways.
Yeah.
And they basically act as a portal.
You feed specifically a bloomed rose diamond to one of them, and it opens the portal. The portal is then there. It is stable, and it is permanent until it is closed. Right. So, at which point you can close it by you speaking the command word, and it will it'll close, and in order to activate again, it needs another diamond. Y'all knew most of that, but the word that kind of y'all don't recall was the qualifier bloomed on the diamond.
Were we supposed to be looking for a flower?
Was it a rose that is the color and texture of a diamond?
She looks at you. It's like, oh, the rose diamonds are special. The term bloomed is because they don't. People recall, like, she grabs her staff, and she, like, you can see it manifest a ghostly hand, and, like, she's pointing and it's going out, and it pulls a book off from one of the highest shelves, and it floats down to her. And so, like, this is a book that has the description of the different magical items, and it talks about the blooming effect of the rose diamonds. Rose diamonds it has a much more detailed description of rose diamonds than the hearsay that you had gotten previously. Like, oh, they're fancier diamonds, are special. It's like, what makes them special? Well, one, it's their unique hue. Two, there's a cut that makes the diamond almost glow in the dark. But most importantly, once a rose diamond is exposed to sunlight, it becomes bioluminescent. That's what gives it its unique hue, is this bioluminescence from being, quote unquote, bloomed.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so does it only show up as pink in the sun?
The only time that they've ever according to the notes that she has, diamonds that are bloomed, they looked normal beforehand.
Interesting.
Quickly takes our diamonds out into the sun.
I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking. But also, is this room like shielded from divination or anything like that?
You can ask.
I'm asking. Is this room shielded from divination?
Yeah.
Okay,
It would
I'll
take a lot
the diamonds out.
to view here.
I'm gonna take
It
the
would
diamonds
take
out
a
that we got
lot.
from them.
But not impossible.
And that's
Look,
fine.
if someone has a 9th level spell to burn on a divination spell, they're probably
gonna
going to
find
break
you.
through. 9th level spells are basically acts of God. So you take the diamonds that you have out, and you expose them to the sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you have them marked on where you got each of them from, or do you just have the 4 diamonds? Because you had 4 total, right now.
I don't remember how many we had.
No, I
I
don't.
believe you had 4, and 2 of them were from the mine.
I know they were different sized, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were.
But like other than that, I don't know. I didn't tag any of them.
For the sake of the sort, but the quantity is correct, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You had 4. You take all 4 of them out. As 2 of them go into the sunlight, you notice them start changing. 2 of them become a shade of rose pink and start glowing as like the crystalline structure on the inside basically from a distance, like if you're looking at it, it looks like petals of a rose within the crystal itself.
Bro, I've been walking around town with these things.
Yep.
Damn, he's big. He's cash money over here.
Oh, that's it has been a long time since I've seen one, and you have 2 of them.
What?
You didn't realize you had the rose diamonds.
Yeah, we got them from the dragons. The thing that the Blackstaff just showed us was that when they're exposed to sunlight is when they change.
Yeah.
We never exposed them to the sun. What?
I mean, I feel like they were kind of out in the sun, especially
they were never out in the sun.
Every time we got them, they were all in like
We were in
underground, and we never took them
yeah.
out.
You were in a cave. They immediately went into a bag.
Yeah, I did not take them out.
Wait. Where did we fight the black dragon?
At night at the Feathergale's Spire.
Okay, so it was at night.
You also didn't take them out during that time. And you got them from the mine. By the time you came up to the top, it was nighttime as well.
Jesus. Okay. Well, we're still making those miners mine away.
Yeah.
They're gonna find something
say,
to justify their existence.
And to give us some money.
Yeah, that too.
How many diamonds did you get from the mine again?
12?
I don't think it was 12.
I don't know. Honestly.
The answer was 3.
Excellent question.
I was feeling like it was 3, but I wasn't positive.
The answer was 3. What did you do with the third one?
I don't know. I don't think we've used the diamond at all.
We haven't used any diamonds.
You haven't.
Yes. So it should be there as well. Because Rex said they pulled all 4 out.
Yeah, I don't have any notes on how many diamonds
So you did find 3.
aside from the original ones.
You gave one of the 3 diamonds to the foreman.
Hmm. Yeah, that's fine.
We're gonna need that diamond back.
Wait, why did we
Alright.
give it to the foreman? No?
Why did we give him a diamond?
Hey, I don't
I don't
remember
remember
us
that. I don't
giving a
remember
diamond
this.
to the foreman.
Because I
We
was
have a
I
lot
nice.
of it.
remember showing him one.
We have a pod.
Because I was nice.
Oh, you gave him one. Okay. And that's one of the ones we got from the dragons, or was that before?
You didn't get any from a dragon. Well, you might have gotten one from Sacred's Lair, but there were 3 diamonds that the dwarf miners had unearthed,
Oh, that's what I
but they
meant. Okay.
but they were
Jesus.
all underground.
Wow.
God, I
It
hope
is-
he
This dude's
still
life is in
has it.
danger.
See what happens when you're nice?
Can I direct the NARS syndicate to bring it back for us? Like, give him an equivalent diamond in exchange? In
Assuming he
fact,
still
give
has
him
it.
a better diamond?
To just get it back, you can
Yeah.
certainly try. Ah.
I will write him a very persuasive letter. Oh, Bob.
Yeah.
Also, since we're in Waterdeep proper now, I want to find Magic Shop to see if I can get that emerald pen.
Okay. You're gonna have to remind us. Shit. Oh. So the Black Stuff will talk about a ritual that can be done with a member of the Mages Guild.
How does the blacksmith know this?
Staff.
Oh, okay. He said blacksmith, and I was like, how does a random blacksmith have this knowledge?
Ah.
Where did the blacksmith come from?
Round table hold.
Ah, that would explain everything.
Why is he holding a round table?
So the sorry, thinking it was hard.
Okay.
They have a ritual that basically attacks some wizard's mind direct. This is done to limit what a wizard can do when they are acting outside of their normal rules and responsibilities of the Mages Guild.
Mm-hmm.
But basically it involves going through the dream plane into the rogue wizard's mindscape and attacking it directly.
Okay.
It is dangerous because you're going to be fighting on their terms. But it would give you the ability to. It would give the Mages Guild the ability to launch a preemptive attack without going directly to them, so they don't need to know exactly where they are. They don't need to break through whatever barriers are physically in place to get to them. The problem is you're going to be fighting entirely in that wizard's mindscape.
I don't know. I
And
feel like smashing their shit in would be more fun.
okay, that's certainly an option. They can focus on locating the wizard, Chad,
Plus, I
and
want me a blue dragon head.
getting you the opportunity to smash in their head, right?
Yeah. Violence.
Yay, violent. She offered. She wanted to give you the option that they have that available. But if you would rather go directly to them and fight on a normal playing ground, the mages can start the search. So she nods to Ruckland, who says the ingredients for the ritual have already been acquired. We will begin the ritual now, or we'll begin the ritual at when directed. The long of it, right, is you are now at a decision point of do you want to go after Jad and the blue wizard or the blue dragon,
Mm-hmm.
or do you want to go to the dragon runes outside of Neverwinter, and that would or slash the archbishop. You also have the merchant asking about dragon parts.
I mean, we can start probably heading to Neverwinter because we have multiple things that we have to do up there. Yeah.
I also feel like, in general, Neverwinter has somebody's life on the line.
Just as long as we know that we can pursue Jad and the Blue Dragon is enough at the moment.
I was gonna say, I feel like the issue with Jad and the Blue Dragon is that while we don't know if they're up to something, we also don't know if they're like. We don't even know if they're even remotely ready to do anything, and so they may or may not be a threat at the point that we're at.
And who knows? Maybe we'll bump into them on our way to Neverwinter.
No, that would never happen.
And a dragon shows up.
Surely they would not base themselves in Dragon in Neverwinter.
Yeah,
actually, which direction did they fly off again from the mine?
Northwest.
God damn it.
Sounds like we're going to Neverwinter, boys.
Sounds like they're already in Neverwinter.
Maybe. Maybe not. Bob hasn't decided that yet.
Depends on what Bob has planned in Neverwinter, I agree.
I can see if I can find a map of Forgotten Realms.
Oh, I know where Neverwinter is.
Oh, I know, but I'm trying to make sure that everything.
Oh, is there still zombies up
there? That's why I assume zombies.
Yo, they got the Rona going on up there.
God damn it. can't. Trying to remember.
Isle of Moonshine. I now know where our next quest will lead us.
We're gonna go to the spine of the world. Come on now.
So the location that so I shared that map in what's it called, in the chat. The Thornhold on this map is actually the location of which one is Thornhold is the approximate location of the of Beetleton. Beetleton is my addition to this game for this purpose.
Mm-hmm.
The Desert River and Amphail.
I'm trying to show chat, but I can't get this to pop up.
So the location that
There we go.
Okay. So the long road goes from Waterdeep to Tribor all the way up to Mirabar. And the high road is what goes from Waterdeep to Thornhold to Neverwinter. The Thornhold location is actually what I used for Beetleton.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the approximate location of there.
Okay.
The Desserin Valley is
where the Desserin River is. Northeast of the Sword Mountains. South of Tribor. Oh, wait. Whoa. Did Discord just close on me?
Yes.
That's weird.
I didn't hear you disconnect, but
I just heard you say like the Desserin Valley is, and then like you cut out. So I was like, where the Desserin River is?
Yeah.
I like started filling it in
I
for
heard you say that first.
We heard your Discord intro thing too.
Yeah.
Okay. So at Desserin River, there is that blob of mountains and then a stretch of river and then another blob of mountains where it says Yartar and Tribor.
Mm-hmm.
The lower blob is where all the stuff has been going on and where the 4 temples are, along with where Renwick was, the lich.
Truffle Lich.
Yep. He is pointing to a location, probably, ironically enough, unfortunately, it is a straight shot between where he was pointing and Neverwinter. I'm just gonna tell you, the location that the Feathergills were talking about of where there's activity is not Neverwinter. It's before then. It's in the Sword Mountain area. Like you would either go through it's called the Crypt Garden Forest to the Sword Mountains. It's outside of Westbridge, or if you go in from the other side, depending on where it is, you could go from like if you take the spine from before you get to Neverwinter, you can go into that location from that side too. But the Feathergales will tell you that the location that they were investigating is not Neverwinter. It's nearby in the grand scheme of things. It's not. Whereas the actual thing where Jindy wants you to investigate is probably closer to Helm's Hold.
Yeah.
Okay. So we still going to the ruins then?
Yeah. I mean, I don't see anything that would change that, but I guess from what Bob's saying, we're gonna maybe have to stop at the Sword Mountains on the way.
It's possible.
Like I said, you're not really on a clock right now, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it that way. I think that'd be ideal. That kind of matches
Good.
up with what we want to do. What we're
Alrighty.
looking for.
and
Then,
you shall collect your gear. I will say that in this time, you're able to complete before you depart. Right, you're able to complete one project.
Okay.
If you don't want to decide what project that's going to be and not dedicate resources to it, we can. You'll forgo it, but nothing. You will forgo the completed one, right?
Yeah.
You'll complete another one later. Like, we won't. I'm gonna say that. How do I say this? If you so
One's
choose and
completed
decide to
now.
spend the resources, you can complete one project in this downtime. If you choose not to complete something by the time our next session, you disembark, we'll pass the buck until you will have not completed anything, right?
Yeah.
But with that, that's what I have for today.
Okay. So going to Neverwinter.
Sounds fun.
I have to research about that because I can't remember.
Time for undead.
Okay, then chat. Let me see who else on. I see a Mr. Fox first. So I'm gonna send you guys his way. And I will be back tomorrow. And hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, my vacation has officially started, so I am
It
off.
might be earlier tomorrow.
Maybe. It's entirely possible. It really just depends on what I gotta do. Probably not tomorrow. Just given everything that I know is going on. So but yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for hanging around and watching our D&D sessions. We always appreciate it. We're happy to have at least some of you guys here. And go give Mr. Fox my love, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.